time he was talking about it being a bit sticky. So it's moderated a tad, but as you can see, food there's still higher than in the orange bar, higher than the what is that, aqua blue or something. But still, what's your observation of what you've seen with a month-on-month inflation in Nigeria?
Well, I would say, since the rebasing, inflation numbers have not been as predictable as we would have liked. But again, that comes with the rebasing.
Yeah.
And so, but I expect that for the rest of the year, predictability may not be how we would like it to be. Again, like I said, primarily. But I think going into January, I'm personally expecting a very steep fall in inflation.
Okay.
Personally,
Yeah.
because if you look at year-on-year inflation, it's basically the prices last year versus prices this year, roughly speaking.
Yeah.
And if I look at things that happened last year versus this year, I expect that, look at it this way. If price of an item or the basket of items were 100 last month,
Yeah.
with the relative stability in exchange rate and macroeconomic indices, if that basket was still 100 this month, month-to-month inflation will be 0.
Yeah.
So expecting inflation to fall off a cliff significantly downward is not a very far-fetched expectation.
Okay.
And I think that with the relative stability, I expect that going forward, especially the last quarter of this year, I'm hoping that when you compare, the stability will start to show in the numbers.
Okay, perfect. Because the Center for the Promotion of Private Enterprise, perhaps they are looking at the same figures and they are of that thinking. So they put out a note, this of course run by Dr. Muda Yusufi, and they noted, of course, Governor Cardoso's 2 years in office, talked about their achievements, which are on the screen right now: transparency, improved liquidity, strengthening corporate governance, financial system stability, and the like. But they did also point out concerns, right? Which, of course, remain because the interest rate is still at 27.5. SMEs, access to loans, high borrowing costs, and the like. They want to see gradual easing. So, if I tie that to what you just said, if you think inflation is going to decelerate further, perhaps that opens room for easing.
We all hope so.
Yeah.
Like I said, the high interest rates is costing us a lot in productivity and growth. And as a country, we need to work on that. We need to grow.
Yeah.
We really, really need to grow. So, yes, I'm significantly optimistic that once inflation is considerably moderated in a way that we can all see sustainable in the long term, then we'll start looking at all the levers for growth.
Fantastic. Let's move to foreign exchange. We've so far September.